its interrogative forms. Interrogative form. But tonight I am giving you a lesson on how to identify present indefinite tense. Actually, present indefinite tense is that tense in which the action of the verb happens or occurs almost daily, or it is a universal truth or a habitual truth. Clear? For example, I am giving you some sentences. For example, the plants and trees give us oxygen, we inhale. Plants and trees give us oxygen, we inhale, and water gives us life. Water is also the source of life. It is the universal truth. Without water, we cannot live. Obviously, when we say that without water, we cannot live, or water is the source of life. Clear? Just those who are viewing this live, please share this with your friends, those who are interested in learning English language. Another example, for example, trees and plants give us oxygen, we inhale. Without trees and plants, we cannot live. It is also a scientific truth or universal truth. The sun sets in the west, but it rises in the east. Or the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. You see that it is also the universal truth. So long as this universe will exist, I will think this will occur. This will happen. There is no exception that the sun will rise in another direction. Clear? So, for example, another example, flowers bloom just to wither. Flowers bloom just to wither. That means a flower, when it is bud, it will bloom, but ultimately it will wither. Petals will fall down. So, flowers bloom just to wither. Clear? All these are the examples of present indefinite tense. There is no exception. That means all these incidents occur, all these incidents happen in our daily life, in our day-to-day life, and we cannot discard them. This is the truth of life. If you say, man is mortal, you may also say in another way, no man is immortal. So, it is also present indefinite tense. It occurs, it happens, and will happen in future. Clear? Health is wealth. Yes, it is obvious that health is the only wealth of human beings. Without health, you cannot enjoy anything in your life. Thus, these are the examples of present indefinite tense. And daily habit. For example, you say, I swim in the river that flows by my house. I swim. My grandmother bathes in the Ganges every morning. It is also the habit and daily habit. Clear? So, daily habit, universal truth, historical truth, scientific truth, all these are the examples of present indefinite tense. So, present indefinite tense has a vast arena. Sometimes you may describe a past action of the verb in present tense. For example, Alexander invades India. Alexander invades India. That means Alexander invaded India. Though it is past indefinite tense, you will have to describe in present indefinite tense. Alexander invades India. Clear? The British leave India in 1947. That means the British left India in 1947. However, in this way, we can identify or classify present indefinite tense. Again, I am repeating, it is habitual truth, it is daily habit, it is universal truth, it is historical truth, it is scientific truth. Clear? Now, I am going to present continuous tense. Actually, present continuous tense is the tense in which the verb or the action of the verb starts in the present but is going on. But is going on. Clear? For example, now I am taking my lunch. That means you have started taking your lunch. And you are taking your lunch at that time when you are telling us that you are taking your lunch. Now I am studying history. Yes, this slot in which you are studying history. It is the present time. The time is present, but the action of the verb is going on. The action of the verb has not yet completed. However, you may use interrogative form of the present continuous tense. For example, am I not taking my lunch now? Or in the short form, ain't I taking my lunch now? Clear? We are returning from school. We are returning from school. We plus present form of the verb, am is are. We plural form, so are, and present form of the verb plus ing. We are returning from school. You may use both short form and interrogative form. Are we not returning from school? And you may use short form, aren't we returning from school. He is painting a picture, or she is sewing a torn cloth. Is he not? Is he not doing something? Is he not doing any job at present? Isn't he doing any job at present? Isn't she sewing the blouse or the clothes now? Thus, you may use short form and you may use auxiliary verb, am is are, plus subject, plus principal verb, plus ing, plus object, etc. Clear? But remember that in the case of present continuous tense, when you are using short form or simple form, when the subject is noun, you will have to use in such a manner. For example, is not Jack fetching a pail of water from the hill? Is not Jack. Because Jack is noun, is not Jack fetching water from the hill. Now you are at liberty, my dear students, my dear friends, my dear well-wishers. You may use, isn't Jack fetching water from the hill? Clear? And in the midst of my lecture, while I am delivering my lecture for you, just to classify or to clarify past present indefinite tense and present continuous tense, I just request you to like, to comment, to share, and also to subscribe, please, so that I may appear before you with more tidbits of grammatical items. Clear? Another example I am giving you. Are they not cleaning the weeds from the garden? Are they not cleaning the weeds from the garden? They is pronoun. Naturally, are precedes the subject. Negative form plus principal verb plus ing. Clear? And you may use at the same time, aren't they cleaning the weeds from the garden? Aren't they? Clear? Now, if you say, are not the laborers cleaning the weeds from the garden? Are not the laborers, are not the workers? Because laborers or workers are the actually noun. Therefore, you will have to use auxiliary verb plus negative form plus subject plus principal verb. Clear? Plus ing. Now you may use, you are at liberty to use, aren't the workers, aren't the laborers cleaning the weeds from the garden? Yes, you can construct your sentences in the present indefinite tense and in the present continuous tense. Obviously, I fervently hope. And next day, I may appear before you with another grammatical item with interrogative forms of present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Thanking all of you. Good night. Stay safe, stay mellow, and like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. না না, খাইনি, খাবো।